Hey there, math students. Mrs. Smith here. Welcome to review number 2 for our unit on slope. In this video, we're going to cover how to find slope from a graph, which is numbers 1 through 6 on review 2. All right, let's start with number 1. So first of all, when you're finding slope from a graph, you need to remember that it's rise over run. Rise over run. And if you get confused over which one's rise and which one's run, just remember when the sun rises in the morning, which way does it go? Does it go up and down or does it go side to side? Yeah, it goes up and down. And when you run, do you run up and down or do you run side to side? Oops, I knocked my paper. As you know, you run like on the ground side to side. So that rise is up and down, the run is the back and forth. Let's look at our graphs. Number 1. So looking between these two dots, I have a dot here and a dot here. So how much am I going up, like up or down for the rise? 0, right? So at this point, I know that my slope is 0. If you prefer, you can go ahead and think about what the run is. It'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I would write 0 over 5. But that is always going to simplify. Anything with 0 on top will always simplify to 0. So if you want to skip that bottom part, you can. You'll just know that a horizontal line will always have a slope of 0. Okay, number 2 is on the quiz, so we're going to skip that one. Let's go on to number 3. Okay, let's draw our big stair-step triangle thing. So we're going to go up this far and over that far. Okay, now let's count. How much are we going up and down? Okay, we're going up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So our number on top will be 6. And then we're going over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, also going over 6. And now 6 over 6 can simplify to 1. And just give your line a double check. Make sure if your slope is positive, which I've written a positive number here, give it a double check. Make sure your line is going uphill as you read from left to right. This is definitely going uphill, puff, puff, positive. And so we need a positive slope, so we're going to leave it as 1. Now if you wrote 1 over 1, that is correct also. Just so you know, if you wrote 6 over 6, that's not the answer we're looking for, just because it still needs to be simplified. Let's go on to number 4. Okay, so let's draw our big stair step. Up and over, and let's count. How far are we going up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'll put 8 on top because that's the rise. And how far for the run? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like there's a 5 on bottom. Can that be simplified? Nope. Let's just double check positive, negative. I have a positive number here, so I should be going uphill. Am I? Yeah, we're going uphill, so we're in good shape. 8 over 5. Going on to number 5. Okay, so here we have a vertical line. And if you remember from Slope Dude, this is where he falls off the edge of the cliff and goes straight down, and he says, undefined. But if you want to think of it a different way, if you want to think of it in terms of rise over run, well, how far are we rising? Let's just go from dot to dot here. That would be a 1. And then how far is our run, our left to right? It is going to be 0. And so whenever you have a 0 on the bottom of a fraction, that's what we call undefined because it doesn't really work in math. So it's undefined, or if you see the vertical line and just want to skip to undefined, you can do that as well. Let's go on to number 6. Let's draw our big stair step right to there and to there. Okay, now let's see how far we're rising. Looks like we're going down this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So because we're going down, I'm going to go ahead and write a negative 6. And now we're going over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so can that be simplified? Nope. Let's just double check our positive negative. It says, it looks like I wrote a negative, which means my line should be going downhill. And is it? As we go from left to right, we are going downhill. So nice negative. And let's do negative 6 over 5. And that's the rest. That's the end of this video. If you want to watch something about slope from a table or any of the rest of the review, check out some of the other videos. Bye.